Hello and welcome to Camera Reviews. Another one arrived in the post this morning. Cafe Royal book. Chris Killip. I had to buy it straight away. Chris is so sought after, and I think with the limited edition 500 they'll have been gone now. Askam and Furness, 1982. You may have heard of Barrett and Furness, all the southern part of Cumbria. The bit what sticks out a little bit on the northwest and goes down, and that's Barrett and Furness. Chris is one of the most respected, reputable and brilliant photographers, British photographer of the last 30, 40 years. He's well regarded. He's a professor. He is an academic. I know Chris very early on. I don't know Chris, but I know of his work when I was a young lad coming through, and I'm from the same part of the world as Chris. Shot some of his more early stuff in Northumbria in the coal series up near Ashington. And for me, starting off trying to document the world as a photographer, I remember looking at Chris's work and understanding the communities he was shooting, because I was part of them changing communities in the 80s in the north, where that community life was disappearing. And I remember the movement of people for work, the winding down of industries like shipyards and coal mining and big industries like steel was changing communities, was shifting men, families around the country. And I come from a sort of community lifestyle where we lived in a community, a coal mining village, where we all knew each other. We all walked into each other's houses. We respected each other. We drank together. We ate together. We fought together. We worked together. And communities changed and were changing in the 80s. And people, because of the industry changes and shifts, we were being invaded almost by other people from other towns and other communities around the UK, and likewise men and women were being shifted around the country for jobs and such. So it was that community side of it was shifting, and Chris's work for me at the time was a real insight. And looking back now as a grown man, looking back at his work was really significant and poignant, and I can see why Chris's work is really important into the fabric of local communities in that period. And you know, you're looking back at, say, John Kipling's work as well, when I've looked at in his work, and John's work is very important for that changing landscape of the 80s and the 90s, and as well. So probably sold out again. Another lovely addition to the Cafe Royal family. 5.5 by 8. Spread it out. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that. That's Cumbrian coastline, but it's mud in its glory. Look at that. That's good 11 inches. Lovely. Limited edition of 500. Let's have a look at it. Something close to my heart. Pigeons. Very much close to my heart. If you see these, you might not know. And now, let me guess, Barrett and Furness. These usually signify, and I might be wrong, but I'm about 90% sure that these colours here signify the football team you follow. Because wherever you go, say if like you're in Newcastle, they're usually black and white. You're in Sunderland, they're red and white. And that's my knowledge. I do know a little bit about pigeons, but this sort of thing here, I'm sure. But anyway, judging by that, it's very sort of different. I would say that's black and white, sadly. Okay, but it might be some hope. It could be red and white. Beautiful. This is, I can't say too much about the shots because I don't want to. I think I'm going to let you look at them and shut up, because I know, and anybody from the north of England sees this every day. Still now, this type of architecture. The old pram gig. every time I look at these prams, I see these pram wheels and like that, and you want to make a little go-kart. I remember sitting in my granddad's back garden trying to make these with old pram wheels. Amazing. Beautiful. Reminds me of somewhere, definitely reminds me of Ashington, this, but I know it's by Askam and Furness. I think people forget how beautiful the beaches are in the Cumbrian, along the Cumbrian coast, even down to Wales, all the way up to Scotland. We have some amazing beaches, Northumberland as well, some amazing beaches. And palm trees down that coast. There's a lot of palm trees because of the Gulf Stream, although the Gulf Stream's changing a little bit due to all the hot weather we're getting. Wow, the duffel coat. Great shots. Classic granny apron. I think this is a shot called Easter Sunday. I know the Museum of Modern Art sell this print. So if you want to buy it, get on the MoMA, M-O-M-A website and buy this. This is Easter Sunday shot. Love the movement of cattle along Duke Street. Very sort of symbolic of that that sort of 70s, 80s period hairdressers, and you're smoking as well. Beautiful. Great shot. So these sort of pictures with the lighting and the way they're structured, it really inspired me over the years, and shooting projects which I've shot like long-term projects. This sort of style has always inspired me. I just love the availability and the use of natural light. Could be from where I was brought up. It's just exactly the same. Old transit van there. Like a Granada or something like that. Ford Granada. But this was sort of a classic sort of scene, you know. Look at the chickens and such amazing sort of northern picturesque landscape. Beautiful. Love the two. Really lovely. I've got another Chris Killip coming, and I'm going to show that. That's another Cafe Wild Books. I'll show that when I get it. Thank you to Cafe Wild Books. Thanks for Chris for the inspiration over the years. Great book. I hope you are all aware Chris's work. I'll put a link to his website, Cafe Wild Books website. Have a look at MoMA if you want to buy some of his prints. Email Chris if you want to buy some of his prints. He's still very active, still working hard, and still an amazing photographer. Thank you.